Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Evan Geyer. The question is, how will Evan vote in the next presidential election? To do an unbiased or as least biased review of the presidency as possible, we're going to look at several factors, including the economy, the message, why not a never, how we can impact in elections ourselves, and does the president know what he's doing? Those are some of the questions that we'll go over uh, in this short movie. So, the president so far, the S&P, let's see, it's June 30th of 2023. The S&P is almost at 4,500. It's been as high as 4,800, so it's not at an all-time high, although it's been kind of on a tear. Wealth's being created. Um, Not everyone may be participating in the creation wealth as usual, whereas a third of Americans usually live pay to paycheck to paycheck. However, there is wealth being created, which then can be taxed and used to provide jobs or um, redistributed or to wealth being created to lower prices for you and I, which is what wealth should do. When there's more competition, more competing wealth, the prices go down, and that would reflect in a good economy. So, in order for me to vote for Mr. Biden again, there's some things that he would need to accomplish. One of them is no more strategic oil reserve sales. They're supposed to end in July. If he ends them as he says he was going to, then he's got a shot. If he keeps selling the oil reserve to prop up the economy, it's not him doing a good job. It's him mortgaging our future for a good today. It's deceiving. So my next how I vote will be determined by a bunch of factors, and one of them is no more strategic reserve oil sales. Another one is the stock market that stays flat. Yes, it could stay flat, and I could still vote for him. Or goes up for reasons other than inflation or being propped up by debt with high interest rates. Although if the market's propped up with low interest rates, that's not a bad thing. The 10-year is around 3.8% right now, but however, it was like below 1.5% when he took office. It's still low, however, it's creeping up. And if you look at some of the shorter term rates, they're over 5%. So it's getting that's where Biden has done the worst. Looking at the economy is looking at the interest rates and the cost of our borrowing, the cost of a dollar to get the economy going has been going up. So a steady or lower long-term interest rate. This is where Biden has failed. On the 10-year, we're looking over a percentage. When he took office, it's been going up, and the economy has been propped up by debt and sales from the oil reserve. So these things got to change. I'm not a never person because I I honestly believe whole that things can create change, spark change within an individual when they see something, and that makes it so that just saying no, never doesn't make sense. I can spark a change, then he can change, then why never? So the message Biden tries to do what he said policy wise. Whether I'm for it against it matters less than him trying to be true to his word and actually get the policies, trying to get the policies done that he said he would get done. So rather than say, oh, no, all abortion's bad or something like that, it's Are you doing what you're saying you're doing? That's what I'm concerned about in the message. So the more truth out there, the more we can get educated and we can vote. I don't really know who Biden is. He doesn't talk a lot. He says he stays on just a few uh, issues, and then that's about all he does. And he tries to stay on some issues that he can gain support on. So the history of politics has been, oh, there's an incumbent. There's Bill Clinton. There's George Bush. And I'm running against him or campaigning against him for presidency. And I'm talking to all of America about how bad the economy is, about how bad things are for the little guy, how bad they are doing managing the economy in general. And yet the economy has been going up essentially since 1776, since the Great Depression. It's been going up. They've all been doing really, you know, a job that I shouldn't be complaining about. You look at the stock market, you look at wealth, you look at opportunity, they've all been decent and not something to necessarily complain about. However, the incumbents have always been attacked on the economy. Um, it's only Biden could be one of the few to have economy turn against him. And if the economy turns against him, the stock market in particular, then that would be a reason to not vote for Mr. Biden. I would argue personally that one needs 10 years in government to make a difference. They only get 4 years. However, Biden is not having that stance. There was never that stance. Um, so, yeah. So, I want to let you know that these videos, the endorsements, they matter. Um, I came reeling against one of the candidates for Clackamas County Commissioner, and then after I realized I wasn't a front runner and I lost the election, I endorsed her. Well, had I not railed against her in the first place, she might have actually won the election because the election was decided by 25 votes. I'm glad that the people who voted for me actually did turn around and vote for her, and however, it wasn't enough to persuade the election. And I'm not sad that she lost because it's not my responsibility what she does since I endorsed her. Although I'm sorry that she did lose because I did want her to win. So having just a few percent can be impactful. I know how to use it. I've been learning, and I'll continue to learn in these days how to use a minority vote to win a majority. So the free market is seemingly breaking against the USA. Does Mr. Biden know? Is he doing something to fix it? I think he doesn't know because he's saying things are going to get better, that America is always getting stronger, always comes through it stronger. So I think that he doesn't know. However, the question is, am I wrong that the free market is breaking against the USA? And then the other thing is he doing something to fix it? Well, the interest rates prove that he isn't. The stock market proves that he is. Inflation, has been coming down. Inflation has been dropping. So you see inflation down compared to where it was before. So if these trends continue, then maybe he's someone to vote for. So that's my how Evan will vote this next presidential election. What determines it? And if Biden can pull one through without selling the strategic reserves, um, and without interest rates going dramatically higher, like another percent or so would be horrible. Uh, or even 0.5% on the 10-year could be horrible, where it gets up to 4.5%. We say that a business can earn 7% a year. Well, if we got to pay more than 7% a year to 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 service the debt, then it's not worth it to start a business, and everything comes crumbling down. So let's keep it below 5%, because not everyone can earn a 7% return in a business. Some people can earn 5, and yes, some people earn 10, 20, 30, and more percent. However, let's keep it below 5. I got about a 5% interest rate loan on my vehicle, which I bought when I was wrong about oil going up. I figured oil was down, it was a good time to buy because the interest rates are lower. So I went ahead and bought, and I got around a 5.75% interest rate. And if the government can't even get that interest rate, well, then people aren't going to go out and buy new cars, maybe. All right, I will talk to you later and see you. And that's how Evan will vote in the next presidential election. Up here, right? No, I don't know. I think it's just hard. Okay. Talk to you later and see you.